Good morning, everyone. Right. This is my supposed part 2 of Into the Jungle. That was meant to be a really good video. And it was going really well. I mean, from where you last saw me, from when I was getting up to that tree house, I eventually went on to find a partner, get married, get a house together with this geezer, and we did really well. We did absolutely awesome. And then I went and built another house because I didn't know that you could put ladders on rocks, and I had that massive rock behind my house and people were going to get in that way. So I barricaded it up and was like, well, actually this isn't going to be good long term, so I just built another house. Anyways, during that I killed a few people, I met a few friends, and then a raid came in and there was a lot of problems, and I really wanted to get those videos uploaded. But the problem is they were all corrupt and they shut down the server. And I have no idea why, but they shut down that server. So, this is where I'm at now. I have now joined another server. Probably the third server I've joined. And this is a pretty cool server. I mean, let me just show you what's going on. This is my house. So I started off in this kind of like blank area. And this is what I've got. So I've worked my nuts off for this. This is a vanilla server, so everything on here is very legit. There's no extra times when it comes to gathering. This is all shipshape awesome. Only problem is, there's a couple of guys on here that are difficult to work with, to say the least. Okay, let's just say the guys that I'm going against. One of them, well, I've met the admins. They are sound as anything. So if you see the server, oh, it's awesome. The admins are just quality. They're Yorkshire. I think they're from Yorkshire, and I like the accent. But anyways, my server contains, at the moment, one other person. Not a good situation, basically, what's going on. People don't realise that because I've been so friendly the whole time, I'm now taking an offensive kind of strategy. Basically, not too far away from here, let's get the map out and I'll show you. Right, so on the map, down round roughly where I've circled it now, that is where this guy was living, who basically kept saying he was going to raid me, he's going to ruin me and all of this. So I was like, well, I just got to stock up, so that's why I built everything so strong. I built loads of things. That's done, is it? And I wanted to make sure that everything was a-okay for when he actually came to attack me. Turns out, I found where the geezer lived. And the geezer didn't live in a great house, I'll be honest. And I went and I killed him. I opened the door, essentially like this. Okay, so this is what happened, yeah. So I walked up to his house. Walked up to his house like this. Opened the door, gunned him down. Absolutely ruined him. Took all of his stuff. Took absolutely everything. He was screaming to his clan. He was going, oh, quick, get back to the house. There's a guy there in full radiation gear. And, oh, Christ. And, yeah, I nicked his assault rifle, his action shotgun, incendiary rockets. I nicked his rocket launcher, his explosive ammo, his armor, so the chest plate and the mask. I absolutely tore this guy a new one. And I was so happy. There we go. So happy that I've torn him a new one, because he was going to absolutely come and just tear me apart, apparently. And I was not ready for it. I was like, you know what, I've had enough of people on these servers doing that. So I went out on the attack and I blew him to bits. His mates never knew it was me. He doesn't know it was me. He had no idea. He just knew it was a guy in full rad gear. He wasn't alive long enough to actually see what my name was. So that happened. Right, and then there was another guy. This guy right here. Cool guy. But I can't trust him, because he's in the clan with the bloke I had to kill. So I didn't want that to happen. So I went and then I robbed him. I climbed up the side of his base, blew out his roof, jumped inside, nicked absolutely everything. I couldn't find him though. I thought he was out somewhere. So I blew down doors, I did everything. I took all of his stuff. I took about 10,000 bits of rock. Loads of stuff. And yeah, that was absolutely awesome, because he has now got not a lot. And it's made me reinforce open, so I've got that, I've got code locks now, I've got another toolbox. I've got so much going on. I've got all these kind of like balconies I can shoot off of. I've got a bolt action rifle. So I'm doing well. I'm doing really bloody well. But I think soon enough people are going to latch on that it is me doing all this damage. So, without further ado, the long intro. This is now Rust Part 1, 2. Right, so what you're seeing now is the route I took to go and kill this guy. And this was a pretty awesome route. It's pretty nice in the fact that I was able to just go and find him. But he almost did kill me. I really, really wish I could show you the footage of what actually happened, because it was so good. I basically ended... I didn't actually mean to go and kill him. I mean, I said at the start, yeah. Sorry, that was a absolute lung full of gas then. So I didn't actually mean to go and kill him. I was just wandering this way, looking on the map, seeing where all of this goes to. Well, I came up here, basically out of this bush over the open field. And I saw in the bottom corner this. You can see in the bottom left corner of me talking. And that's what happened, and there was 3 people up here. And I was like, shit. So I ran to this bush, and he came out. This bender guy came out and started shooting everything. And I was just like, oh no. And I was sat there with this. I was just sat in the bush, just like, I can't be doing this. Cannot be doing this. And eventually, I walked out, came round, saw its structure. And that was why I put afterwards, because, yeah, it's like a calling card now. And he was in here, so I opened this door. I walked up, and I was like, right. He was stood right there. Right in the gunway. And I have absolutely slain this bitch. There was nothing left of him. I nicked all his shit. I left some stuff, but I nicked all of his shit. I had not actually... Let's take more. I didn't actually collect all of it. And I just absolutely wrecked him. And yeah, he gave me everything. And I cannot wait to find him again. I know the server doesn't get too busy, which is difficult because I really want to be trying to do some more raids. But yeah, I'm going to try and find some more houses now, so let's go. Right, I'm going to teach you how to do a little raid actually partway through this video, because not a lot's going on. So right, what I'm going to do is we're going to go and do a radiation camp. Not an actual raid, but we're going to do a radiation camp. Right, the gear I've got on now is not great. These are good. Hazmat is good, so keep with hazmat. Apart from that, I'm now going to put on all the hazmat gear that I have, which is that. I'm just missing the gloves, so I'm just going to wear some leather gloves instead. Make sure you've got all of that. If you've got radiation pills, that'd be perfect, because that'll help you out. But this is kind of your general layout as to how you want to go in there. Okay, right, that's going in there as well, and this is going in there too. So, right, what we're going to do is I'm going to run to this radiation camp, and then we're going to get started. So before you go into this radiation camp, there's a few things you need to know. You need to understand where the radiation camp is. The mine's over there. You also need to understand how it works. So places like this, they seem to be very similar in the way they're built. Basically, in the middle, we're looking at a lot of gear in there. There tends to be about 20 odd crates that you can get in there. Well, crates including bins and barrels. Bins and barrels are what you're looking for. You're looking for weapon crates as well, and also just general crates. Try not to spend too much time looking at it. If you can get in there and get out as soon as possible, that'd be perfect. Standard gear I go with, I tend to go with axes or something that'll do some damage. So if I need to clear stuff quickly, I'll get a rifle, or I'll get the Thompson out to do a bit of damage, because that'll come in handy, and I've got a fair amount of bullets as well. Make sure you don't try and waste bullets too much if you haven't got blueprints for it yet, because you can't make them just yet, obviously, can you? So you may as well just have an ornament instead of a Thompson. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do it nice and quick. You're going to see my radiation levels in the bottom right hand corner go up above my health. I'm going to try and get... What? Right, well that was awfully rude and annoying. So, as I was saying, let's have a quick bash into there. I'm trying to keep friends with this guy because I don't want him to realise that I'm the problem. He thinks... I've managed to convince him it's that geezer over there that's raided his base. Brilliant. Yeah, I basically went to his base, climbed up the side of it using ladders, went in through the roof and took all of his stuff, and it was great. Anyways, so am I ready? I've got all my hazmat on. I haven't got any food, which isn't great. I've got raw meat, but it'll be okay because you tend to find stuff in there anyways. Right, let's go. Right, so we did it. So I managed to get out of there with only losing essentially half. Radiation pills, all gone. So I'm all good. Now my radiation's gone down. I didn't get any anti-rad pills in there, which is a problem, especially if you do raids quite far away from your base. Because I'm quite close to this one, it means that I can go back and forth quite easily once the time comes to it. Still getting clicks around here for the radiation. And yeah, it's my max radiation. I think it went up to 52, was it? I think it was 52 it got to. Anyways, let's have a look at what I got. Okay, so from what I got, it was rifle ammo, stone spear, a couple of other things as well, grenade bars, some health. Health you have to actually apply onto yourself anyways. But that's kind of like the general gist of what I got. So, wasn't amazing, but it was still good. I mean, that would come in handy if I didn't have any rifle ammo, so that's really good for my bolt action and my assault rifle as well. Thompson obviously still doing its job. Why doesn't that have an actual thing to it? But, you know. Stone spear as well also comes in handy, especially if it's early on and you're looking for that. So, really, starting off, this is the best place you can really be, is trying to get into, like, rad camps or running down roads trying to find some barrels. Because then what you'll do is you'll find all of your blueprints just like that. And this one here, and you'll also pick up little things as well, so like a pickaxe you can pick up. I tend to pick up these all the time from rad camps. Hatchets as well, if you come across them, they're great because they last a long time as well. And anti-radiation pills, you do get them as well. But yeah, that was quite a successful little raid, well, a little radiation camp. And yeah, that was pretty much it. In terms of actually getting the most out of it, try and get as much hazmat as you can. If you can learn how to use hazmat and make hazmat, they'll make life so much easier, especially with the pants and jacket. They're quite hard to come across. You tend to come across boots and gloves quite often, but I raided most of this off that guy over that way. But yeah, so I am going to continue with this series of showing you how far I get within this server. I'm hoping that the people do stay within this server as well, because that'll make life so much easier, because, well, the other one I built so much and then it's just like, oh, you know what, bin it. And that happened on another server as well. But yeah. So anyways, cheers for watching that. Any questions, just post them beneath and I'll give you an answer, because I know I won't cover everything in this, but I'll hopefully have given you a really good kind of insight into what you should be doing when raiding rad camps. Okay, cheers guys.